What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky, aka I am Zacky, aka Love Frenzy on PlayStation 5 and Super French Big Z at Ubisoft, creator of Jetlag Radio, many more podcasts and website, Zack.coffee, that's zack.cuffee. We're going to go ahead and get into the show, special show today, Coffee with Zack, so that means it's in English. Thank God for coffee. Obviously, my favorite brand of coffee right now is Blue Bottle Coffee. Blue Bottle Coffee, I believe, might be Italian, but it's known worldwide, especially in Japan. Blue Bottle Coffee has many locations. Unfortunately, they're not available in Sacramento yet. They're not available in Modesto either, but we hope they are someday. Their location in San Jose looks nice. Unfortunately, that's still quite a long drive from here. I would love for them to have a location in Modesto or Sacramento so I can go there. As you may remember, I stopped going to Temple Coffee since I got poisoned there, and I'll have to wait until a Blue Bottle Coffee opens up so I can go and enjoy their facilities and just chill with like I used to do, be on my laptop, work on my blog, my podcast, read my books, all that stuff that I used to do for years at a time. Ever since I think it was since 2017. Well, I've been working on the blog since 2013, 2014, but since 2017, after a bad date went sour, I went to a movie and went to one or two dates, and this woman just said, I don't know you enough. So basically, fuck this. So I just started sitting inside a coffee shop and start working on everything. Start working on my blog, start working on my podcast, start working on everything that I've been working on for years until I developed, my personality, my everything that I work on to talk about myself, so that I would be attractive to the opposing sex, to meet the woman of my dreams, to hopefully find more employment, and if I cannot find employment, hopefully start my own company or something, just something to move forward. It was very important. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the show. This is Coffee with Zack. Like I said, we have coffee right here. I have a croissant right here. Go ahead and grab that real quick. There it is. Very nice. Try not to dirty my hands over here. And let's get into the show. As you know, I use a MacBook Pro most of the time. It's actually been recorded on a MacBook Pro. The reason being, recording on a Windows machine is actually terrible. It's been a pain in my ass. I hate it. It really is problematic. I hate it so much. Let's go ahead and, as you know, I don't have any sponsors, but I do want to thank Lenovo Legion. That's the brand that I picked as a next generation laptop, and we're gonna use Lenovo Legion for the next couple of years until into the future. We'll go to the next brand, which will be Alienware. It'll be Alienware's turn in a couple of years. For right now, we started with Razer, then we did Lenovo Legion. In the future, it'll be Alienware, and then after that, who knows? We'll probably go with a Framework laptop, which is an amazing device, which lets you upgrade parts, and looks like an amazing device. I still need a Linux laptop. That will happen into the future. Right now, I'm looking for a Linux laptop between $300 and $500, and it has to be able to install Ubuntu. That's what I want to use. So that's for the future. We'll work with the hashtag Learn About Linux, which is very popular among my hashtag Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks, as you know, are people that are in all shapes and sizes. They're, some of them look like Hollywood stars. Some of them look like festively plump, but don't take them not for serious, because for every guy or every gal that you make fun of the way they look, some of them create some of the greatest things on earth. Don't forget that. Gabe Newell, if you don't know who he is, when he walks around, everyone thinks he's just some fat guy. He actually invented Steam, okay? We played Half-Life 2 on that. Half-Life 2 is one of our favorite games of all time. I'm still trying to play Half-Life Alyx, but I need some virtual reality goggles, and I'm waiting for him to just please release a patch so I can play it without goggles. I want to play it in no VR mod. All right. What else? We're going to start into the show. Before we start in the update for June 29th, 2024, which was yesterday, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Microsoft staff, especially Microsoft USA and Microsoft France and Microsoft Japan. I know you feel left out. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best. I have a lot to do. I have a lot to do. I'm trying to juggle everything, and it's driving me insane, especially because I don't have a salary. I just posted a photo on my Instagram that shows that influencers barely make 15,000 a year. 15,000 a year. Like for myself, I just make about 6,000 a year. 6,000 a year, or maybe I want to say 9,000 or that, with credit, but merely $6,000 a year. That's all I make. Not per hour, not per week or anything like that. No, per year. That's all I make, and it's been like that for the past 5 to 6 years. So now you understand how the reason why I had that mini heart attack a little while back, because it just, when you don't have any money for so damn long, it starts to affect you. We're gonna go ahead and tell Xbox, don't worry, I'm thinking hard about you guys. I don't have the Xbox Series X, but I do have an Xbox controller for my new Windows machine. I'm trying desperately to go back in and play a Halo. Unfortunately, my login for Halo doesn't work, so I might try a different login, but then I have to start my save game all the way till the beginning. So I may have to do that. That's fine. Blessing in disguise, because I know I want to live stream it, just like I live stream PlayStation games. I might want to do that and live stream Halo from the beginning, and we'll play the music, play the song, all this and that, and all that stuff. I have the PlayStation turned on. My next session, I'm going to do some Formula One F123 because we're doing this for mental health. As you know, Max Verstappen just got into an accident with Lando Norris, so we're gonna go ahead and play some. We're gonna play some F123, and remember that kid I talked to that really wanted to play F23 and F123, and I explained to him, you can't afford it. It's okay, just play F122. F122 is only $20, and then eventually you'll get the next version. So guess what, kiddo? F124 just came out, and F124 is $60 or $70. What does that mean? That means that soon F123, what I'm playing right now, will be available for $20 or $40. Just it'll be available cheaper at your GameStop, at your Best Buy, wherever you go pick up your video game. So just hang tight. Eventually, F123 will go down in price, and it'll be at that $20 price, and you'll be, as we say in French, fou de joie. You'll be very happy, and you'll be able to pick up that game, and your father will be very happy because he can afford. He might not be able to afford F124 for you, but he will definitely get you F123 as soon as that price goes down to $20. All right. Right now I'm DJing at the same time. I have some playlists going on. I call them. Let me see. I call them Dream Cars, Audi RS. I made a couple mixtapes with some of my favorite DJs. Some of them are PNL. PNL are some great rappers from France. They're available on my Omega Radio podcast. Be sure to check them out. They had 2 great albums, and then they just released a single called Gaza for a ceasefire in Palestine territories. And we hope that they release their whole album, including the song Gaza, to talk about the 2-state solution and all that stuff. Now, as you know, there were 2 brothers. One of them was in prison because of weed. It was really stupid, and we're glad. I think hopefully he's out and he can just relax and enjoy himself. But as you know, in France, there's way too many problems, and weed is not the top priority. Okay, there's way many more problems in France. Police have to deal with bigger problems than to run around town and catch people that are doing weed. Seriously, guys, they're bigger problems to deal with in life. Seriously. Thankfully, for myself, I don't smoke weed because, as you know, when you work in, all that cool secret stuff that I talk about in Affaires étrangères and then Service d'enseignement, you're not allowed to even smoke a cigarette because of whatever reason. Anyway, so yeah, big shout out to F123. We'll play some F123 for mental health, emotional support, music therapy. We'll get that right after this session. Let's talk about an unboxing. Unboxing over here. I don't know if I'm going to take it out of the box. I just might. Let me go ahead. I'm going to have to get some scissors. Let's see if I can just open this. I have Lenovo Legion mouse. Lenovo Legion mouse for my Lenovo laptop. I also have the keyboard. I have the keyboard. It's the 500 keyboard, and this is the 600 mouse. Now, this is going to be a great mouse. I don't know if I need to open it. I'll just open it later. I have seen some great reviews, but I'll go ahead and plug it into the Lenovo Legion, and we'll do some great stuff together for sure. Obviously, people ask me, how do I do everything that I do? I do it all thanks to this book. This book is called Musicophilia. Musicophilia is a great book about music therapy. And if you know anyone who's read this book and knows about this book, please let them know that I love this book and I want to know if there's more books like it. I love this book, and it helped a lot after my car accident in 2010. For the past 14 years, I've been trying to describe my thoughts and emotion through this book, because my brain, like I mentioned, got rewired after that accident, and just completely was changed. All right, I've entered the Tuner Cult contest for the Audi R8 and the Nissan Skyline GTR, both in black. Whichever one I win, I don't mind. I really need a car. Really need a car. It really helps me a lot. As you know, you guys enjoyed my big surprise. I was able to play Cyberpunk 2077 in Japanese. It's really amazing. I really recommend it. And I don't know what else to say, but this game gives you an amazing. It's just so fun to play in Japanese, and I really recommend it. I'm gonna do my best to get Cyberpunk 2077 CD Projekt Red. I've been yelling at them to get a new patch so that people on USA PlayStations can play it with all the languages, and then use subtitles in English or French or any other languages that are European, but the language, audio language, and all those languages, because we all saw the trailer for the game. We saw the trailer for Phantom Liberty DLC in all these cool languages. We got to meet the worldwide community of Cyberpunk 2077. No longer was Cyberpunk 2077 just a game about in English in America. Suddenly, we started to hear all these voice actors from all these various countries around the world. Around the world, people are playing Cyberpunk 2077. And for that, we really need to enjoy these games in these different languages. You guys don't understand, a lot of us are bilingual, or trilingual, and we love to hear the same games in different languages. It affects a different part of our brain, and it's just really, it's a lot of fun. It's amazing for us. I got to play a lot of my favorite games, Assassin's Creed, in English. And now trying to play them in French is so much fun. I play a lot of my Assassin's Creed game. Now I try to play Assassin's Creed Unity in French, and it takes place in France. It's amazing. It's amazing. Can't wait to reinstall again and keep playing. There's so many more games to play. Really upset about what happened to Peugeot Sport. Like I said, I'm sorry. If only I lived in. If only I could fly to France and be there for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I really want to be there, but I wasn't able to. Too many responsibilities, and unfortunately, no one. If I had a salary, I could have a ticket, but I couldn't. So, blame my previous employers. Intel Corp, Sutter Health, Cambridge Solutions, all these guys who just kept me poor, and that's the reason why I was not able to be there with you guys and enjoy the 24 Hours of Le Mans. A dream for us, for Peugeot Sport, to be involved with the 9X8 vehicle, and just I was really sad. But there are good news on the horizon. Intel has been split in two. Now it's Intel Corp and Intel Foundry. So hopefully we'll see what happens with Intel Foundry. The Capsule Corporation is humongous. It's huge. So hopefully I find a way to gain employment there. And Manchester United is very strong. So hopefully we'll see what we can do. We got to get us back in that Champions League. Got to watch some Euro 2024 right now. England was playing today, Spain was playing today, and France is playing tomorrow. France against Belgium. We have to win this game. I cannot wait. All right, I'm wearing my Drawbridge shirt. As you know, Drawbridge Drawbridge will be featured in Death Stranding 2. I'm really excited about this game. As you know, right now, Drawbridge was just going to be a small feature where you just have the as a mode of transportation from one part of the other part of the world, and it just would be a quick 2 minute cutscene. But I'm imploring Hideo Kojima to give Drawbridge a better cognition, or whatever the word is, to just let people pilot the ship, fly the ship, drive the ship, do all kinds of things with the ship. Maybe devices that fall from the ship and kind of like an airdrop. You know that the way that you can fast travel in various places. Maybe Drawbridge can fast travel to a place and just drop you like that. I know you can fast travel thanks to Fragile, but we need to find a way to fast travel and still retain all of our cargo. Because if we teleport and we have no cargo, it's really hard. But if we can teleport through Drawbridge and keep all of our cargo, it would really be helpful. All right, guys. I think I've discussed enough of the prologue here. Let's go ahead and go straight into the show. June 29, obviously yesterday. First article: Joe Biden should now give way to an alternative candidate from The Economist. Now, The Economist is writing an op-ed saying that Joe Biden should leave. Now, if Joe Biden leaves, it might create a political vacuum, because please understand that if Joe Biden leaves, we have a situation where who's going to be in charge if he does not win? Please understand that when you have a candidate in America, a lot of the population is very uneducated, don't know any of the candidates, and there's a lot of racism in America as well. As a result, whenever there's a minority or a female candidate, they don't vote for that person just for that. It's very racist, very sexist, but that's what happened. It happened to Hillary Clinton. It will happen again in the future. We know that if Vice President Harris is the front candidate, that might happen. Therefore, if Biden is not the front runner, we might need Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, who lost his voice, I'm sorry, bro. Gavin Newsom might be a good front runner if Biden is not the front runner. Vice President Harris can be the vice president, or she can be the runner as for the president. I'm just trying to say, please be careful about these poll number. Please understand that America is still very racist, very sexist. It happened to Hillary Clinton. Let's not let it happen to Vice President Harris. Because, as we say in French, tout peut basculer. Everything can fall apart. Because if people don't vote for Vice President Harris because she's a woman as the front runner, and then they vote for Trump, and we get stuck with Trump, 4 more years of Trump, people won't survive. People will, all the Democrats will end up calling 988, and it would be too dangerous. Don't let it happen. All right, so like I said, this is the op-ed from The Economist, and these are my comments. Okay, next article: Rogue Otters and Vicious Letterbox on the campaign train in the Outer Hebrides, 1843 magazine, which is also from The Economist. Otters are getting into fights around the world, and it's because it's a metaphor for the wars in the future. The wars in the future will be between otters, just like they mentioned in South Park. What I'm trying to say is, all these religious wars are pretty much over. Thankfully, there's no longer a crusade between, Christian and Muslim and most Jews. It's pretty much just everybody is together having fun against Netanyahu. Everyone is together. Right now, you walk into a bar, there's a priest, there's a mullah, and then there's a rabbi, and they're all chilling out. And they're all talking about this damn Netanyahu being the worst person in the world, ruining everybody's life. They're like, oh, can't even enjoy a football match. Can't even enjoy the soccer tournament. We can't even chillax. Everything's about this damn Netanyahu. We try to take a break for 2 seconds. They're all teaching about the greatness of Jesus, the greatness about Allah, the greatness about Buddha, and meanwhile, all those children are talking to them and says, "Well, what's the point of doing the right thing if Trump is having sex with a bunch of prostitutes and porn stars and children, and Netanyahu is killing and burning children, doing genocide?" So, have you seen that the kids have a lot of questions, and as a result, we have to deal with the situation. Trump has to be banned, go to prison, cannot be elected as a president because he's a felon. You can't be a felon and try to become president. And Netanyahu has to go to life in prison or death penalty because of what he did, the genocide in Palestine, in Palestinian territories. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next article. Another one from Harvard Business Review. 5 signs your one-on-ones aren't working. So obviously, if you have a lot of one-on-ones at work, sometimes they work great, sometimes they don't work. Right now, obviously, I don't seem to have much one-on-ones because I don't have a direct superior to talk to because I don't receive a paycheck. So if I don't receive a paycheck, I have my own startup, I have my own company, Zack Technology LLC. I am the founder, the CEO, and the senior project manager. So if anyone has a problem, you have to offer a paycheck. If you don't offer a paycheck, there's no problem. You can't complain. You can't be like, "There's 500 earthquakes, there's 500 tornadoes. We need your help. You need to do something." Well, is there a paycheck? No paycheck. Well, what am I supposed to do? I'm literally driving myself nuts over here, writing all these blog posts and updates and this and that, and no one's helping me. No one wants to give me a senior project manager position or a project manager position. No one's giving me a check. So I'm just doing what I wanted to do, which for fun, which is I'm DJing. I'm DJing right now. Hopefully I'll be on the DJ Mag Top 100 this year. And I'm playing video games. And I might be able to just to pretty much become an influencer just like everyone is on Twitch or on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. All right. Next article from the BBC, reality show, worlds react to Trump-Biden debate. Yeah, everyone in America is not taking life seriously. They kept doing this Trump TV show charade, and it's really backfiring, and it's really sad, and I hope they take life more seriously. Next article, Macron approval drops 2 days ahead of the French elections, and I said, aucun souci, je vote pour l'élection législative samedi à SF. Macron reste président, François Hollande sera Premier ministre, ou Raphaël ou Jean-Luc, mais jamais le RN. Tout le monde votait pour le nouveau Front populaire ce week-end et la semaine prochaine, la France est en vos mains, il ne faut pas la perdre. So as you can see, the results just happened, and it was very important that people need to vote. And if you did not vote, this is what can happen. You don't vote. Not voting can cause this. Not voting. I voted in the European elections. I had no regrets. I got poisoned for this election, and now I'm really upset. I didn't get to be in San Francisco and vote. I am really upset. So anyway, the second round, the second tour. Hopefully, I'll be there to vote, and I look forward to it. Next article: U.S. Supreme Court raises bar for obstruction charge against Trump. January 6 rioters. This is from Reuters, and I just mentioned that I'm sick of all these privileged, white privileged folks who caused a terrorist attack in Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, black and brown people go to jail over weed and stuff. Is scandalous. And I completely agree. That's what I said. I'm standing by that. People don't understand what white privilege is, and they really need to get a reality check, okay? A lot of people think that it's fun, but a lot of these black and brown people go to jail for weed, okay, for weed. This is ridiculous. These are the guys, these white people at the January 6th. When you go inside a federal building, a Capitol building, and you try to take it over, this is our country, that's a terrorist attack. That's against the law. And if they were not white, which even though they're just white, they should be taken to Guantanamo, okay? Do you know what would have happened if it was brown people that went into the capital? It would have been sent to Guantanamo. So everyone from January 6th, they plead guilty. They take their prison sentences. If they're not happy, they're gonna go to Guantanamo. Exactly. Trying to do terrorist attack against the capital of the United States. That's a federal offense. Federal. It's not a little slap on the wrist, a little, a little mini offense. No, you go and try to hijack the U.S. government, you're gonna get in trouble. Next article: Israel war on Gaza. Live, 6,000 people flee street battles in Syria area. Al Jazeera News. It was definitely a distraction. It's time to arrest Netanyahu at The Hague. ICC, ICJ. He was doing the worst genocide in Palestinian territories, Gaza and the West Bank. Both these places will be destroyed if the United Nations do not do something soon. Hashtag Gaza genocide, hashtag Gaza ceasefire, hashtag two-state solution, hashtag no more Netanyahu. There's the next article. Well, as you know, I've talked a lot about two-state solution. I'll talk more about it. I always do it. It's a big subject. The Man Who Could Paint Loneliness, another article from New Yorker. Be sure to check that out. This is laptop I was talking about, the Framework Laptop 16. Someone's been using it for 6 months later. Be sure to give a review. Be sure to check it out. Biden as the nominee. 3 series right next. It's going to be an open convention. Swap for Harris. Stay the course. And I said, there's nothing wrong with Harris as president and Biden as VP. Have you tried being president? Ask Obama. It's tiresome. Let him relax for a bit. So my 2 cents on that article was, you guys are always wondering why Biden is so tired. Listen, goddammit, Biden is over 80 years old. Over 80 years old, and he has a full schedule all day long. Do you know what it takes an 80-year-old person to have a full schedule all day long and not collapse? That's what can happen. That will happen. And Trump will collapse faster than Biden. But Harris is young. Harris is full of energy. The only concern is because Harris, President Harris, Vice President Harris, Kamala Harris, has to sit down to pee. I know there's sexist people who are not going to want to vote for her solely for that fact. And I know that there's Republican guys or independent guys who are going to tell their wives as well, don't vote for her, she's a woman. I hate it. I'm against it. Myself, I voted in the primaries for Kamala Harris. I voted for her. As much as I'm tired of the Indian conspiracy and Indian recruiters won't give me a job, I still voted for Kamala Harris. That's who I want as president. But like I said, be careful. Due to sexism, she might not win her position. Next article, Volkswagen Silicon Valley Software Hub is already stacked with Rivian talent. Okay, it appears that Volkswagen finally showed up in Silicon Valley. So I don't know what those guys are doing, but they bought the dealership across the street from the Audi Modesto. They better announce their new vehicles. Germany got a Golf wagon, so I want a Passat wagon and I want an Ardean wagon. Go all out. Either show up, flex some muscle, or go home. You want to show up, you want to flex some muscle, release a Golf wagon, a Passat wagon, and an Ardean wagon, and watch how many cars you sell like hotcakes, which are much cheaper than the Audi versions. Audi RS5 wagon is coming later this year. Audi R6 Avant, Audi R7 Avant, the wagon that will be coming out eventually. Those 3 models are amazing. They're my dream cars. They're very expensive. Also, the BMW M5 Touring will be coming out this Christmas. Great vehicle, my dream car as well. But guess what, Volkswagen? You have a chance to eat the whole market after you just wasted 2 years of not selling any cars because you fucked up. You were behind on time. Here's what you can do. You bring the Golf Wagon R, Golf R Wagon, the Passat R Wagon, the Ardean R Wagon to the United States at the dealership across the street from Audi Modesto, Volkswagen Modesto. Look how many cars you can sell like hotcakes. Just look. There's a market for wagon vehicle. People love wagon vehicle. I could put a bike in it. I could put a stroller in it if we get pregnant, if we try to get pregnant, I can put my KRK speakers, I can put my laptop, I can put backpack, I can put all kinds of stuff inside a Golf Wagon R or a Passat Wagon R or a Ardeon Wagon R. That's what can happen. So that's all I have to say, guys. You really get that done. All right. Next article: how AI video games can help reveal the mysteries of the human mind. That's very important. There's a lot of games can help you out with that. Be sure to read the article from MIT Technology Review. Next article: Cole was taking over his Los Angeles dance community. He made a Netflix documentary to spread the word. Business Insider. Oh, I heard about this. That's why I was never on TikTok. There's actually some kind of TikTok cult called the 7 million TikTok cult, and they found out who they were, and they all got caught. So be sure to check that out article at Business Insider. Next article, pour le secrétaire général, l'Estonie montre l'exemple au sein de l'OTAN. Just a great article about l'OTAN, which is NATO, but it's an article in French. And the reason why this article is important is because there's a new what you call promotion of people at NATO, including a French admiral who went up in the food chain for to do great things. As you know, the new leader of NATO is going to be someone from Holland. Shout out to everybody in Holland, but because of the technology that Holland has is very important. I'll delve into that later in the future. But Holland as the leader of NATO, very important. And then he's like the former prime minister. And then French speakers at NATO. And the reason why this is so important is because English words do not have a rich vocabulary. You think that they do, but they don't. The one language in the world that has the richest vocabulary is French. Français. The French language as a vocabulary so strong and so powerful, every time that we speak in French, it has such gravitas, such ability to tell things that really explain things in such a fashion to really calm things down. As you know, English Americans, they like to fist their pumps and go to war, all this and that. And as we learned from what happened 20 years in Afghanistan and Iraq, sometimes good reasons, bad reasons. At the end of the day, it almost feels like a complete waste of time if you don't repair the country. But that's another topic. The French, remember that the French were against the war in Iraq. They were against the war in Iraq. The French went to find a good solution in Afghanistan, and they're still working on that. Well, the Americans forgot about Afghanistan a little bit. The French are still trying to help all the women in Afghanistan that were forgotten. Please understand that. There's still some organization in America that are still trying to help, including No One Left Behind. That's a whole other topic. That's the reason why I have my DJ podcast, Zeta Radio. Zeta Radio was so popular, over 100 episodes. Now the top 50 songs from Afghanistan are featured on Spotify. Imagine that. All right, next article. Texas megachurch pastor tried to pay off his child sexual abuse victim. The phone transcript shows on The Guardian. Yeah. So as you can see, still don't trust all these megachurch pastors. They try to say that, oh, Jesus this, Jesus that. They don't mean shit. They just want to touch your little kids and that. Don't trust those megachurch pastors. All of them drive $1 million of cars. They drive Ferraris, and they take all the money away from your churches. Understand that. If someone like myself, who works for 25 years, and can't afford a new car, but meanwhile those Texas megachurch pastor, do child sexual abuse. Look, what do you think? What do you think about what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? Look at this. Do you really think Jesus will let those Texas megachurch pastors touch those little boys and girls, and meanwhile let a person like myself, who's worked so hard, benevolent, do all this great work, and I can't even afford a car after 25 years of work? Isn't that ridiculous? Talk about trials and tribulation and all this and that. It's very sad. It's very sad. Makes you question things. So what happened? I asked God. A lot of people say, well, talk to God. Okay, I talked to God. I said, hey, God, I've tried to buy a car for the past 25 years. I can't afford one. I've been working for 25 years. I can't buy a new car. Look what happens. There's tornadoes and storms, and there you go. Yeah, you asked me to talk to God. I said I don't have a car. Like whatever. So next things are gonna be earthquakes. Just earthquakes are started. It's not gonna be one earthquake. It's gonna be more earthquakes. And really, guys, I explained myself. You asked me to talk to him or Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever it is. I did. I talked to him. I said I just want a car. I really need a car. Anyway, next topic: U.S. presses to avert wider war between Israel and Hezbollah and Lebanon. Very important. Secretary Blinken at State Department is trying his best. This article from the New York Times. He's trying his best to avoid a war in Lebanon between Israel and Hezbollah. Israel should focus on what's going on in its own country and do the peace process with Palestine. Very important. Leave Lebanon alone and all this and that. Lebanon is a whole other conundrum. You don't want to deal with that. You want to just deal with Israel and Palestine. That's what's important. You don't deal with that. You really, the whole planet is pretty much in trouble now. It's really bad. It's just very annoying. So make peace, and there you go. Next article. Next article. Sorry, when you've been using my MacBook Pro for 16 hours, I'm gonna have to put in the charger. All right. Next article. Barack Obama defends Joe Biden's performance. Bad debate nights happen. Yeah, please understand that Joe Biden was probably being whatchamacall. He was probably being blackmailed by MAGA cult or whoever. You know that those guys are gun freaks and stuff, so that's probably what happened. Next article, look at the interactive electoral map. And I said, is this a joke? Did ABC News buy 538 and become another Fox News divisions? They're predicting Trump felon, Trump pedophile, Trump the mentally challenged guy, Trump who killed 1 million American. Fuck this guy. And I said, the DNC get to work. I'm not a volunteer. I'm a staff material. Goddamn it, $1 million my paycheck. Let's get to work. Place a local GOP representative in jail for interference. All right. Like I said, we have to really get this election to work, because if they said on 538 that America, DNC, and GOP are 50-50, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Trump's a pedophile and he's going to be the president of this country. This is a joke. Next article: Justices strike obstruction charges for Jan 6 writers. Like the impact others. Yes, on Washington Post, great article. Next article: the French left hopes and fears. It's no longer far-right voters who stay silent. The left-wing ones, Le Monde. As you can see, like I said, le premier tour, the first round went terrible. The extreme right, le RN, won. So it's very important that for the second round that le Nouveau Front Populaire gagne. Here's an article on Le Monde. Next article: NASA crafts snap unprecedented photo of large volcano in solar system by Mashable. Very great article about a volcano that I think exploded or something, or just look. It looked like it might explode millions of years. It still hasn't exploded, but just a wonderful feeling to see such a great photo inside in our solar system. Next article: the 9/11 new film investigates civilian killings in Gaza and U.S. backing of Israel. So now, as you know, United States was complicit in the Gaza genocide for the past 6 months, but finally, Secretary Blinken is on the phone with the French diplomats, and now he understands that he has to work in conjunction with the Quai d'Orsay and get stuff done, because if he doesn't, shit will go down. It'll be very bad. Very bad, and it'll get worse. It'll get worse. I'm trying to explain to you. It's been, 75 some years of nightmare for Palestinians. Nightmare for Palestinians. And the whole planet is now against Netanyahu. He's kind of like Higgs version 2 of here, and this thing too. And he's so difficult to battle. The whole planet is against him, and we still cannot defeat him. That's how strong he is. It's so annoying. Trump used Palestinians as a slur. Biden and debate moderators didn't say a word. This is very sad. As you can see in the Mueller report, 448 pages. It's too late. The 4 Zionist Illuminatis have too much control in Washington, D.C. It's time to arrest all 4 of them immediately. 448. And immediately fly them to Interpol for questioning. Robert Mueller III was powerless. Jack Smith is doing his best. Christopher Wray is embarrassed. The longer FBI female special agent is crying in the mirror with her mascara. And at this point in time, I want Trump in maximum prison facility on an island for all his sorrows since 2016. I'm going to build some kind of weapon running on sunflower seeds. I swear to God. I mean, I really am. Trump is really starting to piss us off. He is like some kind of demon child or something where no one can put the handcuffs on him despite being a felon. It's a felon with 34 counts. He's still breathing. This is ridiculous. Shout out to Beyonce. Drinking some lemonade real quick. If you know how much a fresh or Minute Maid lemonade tastes as opposed to a charged lemonade from Panera Bread that can kill you, big difference. So never get a charged lemonade from Panera Bread. It can kill you. It has caused heart attacks. I almost got poisoned yesterday, and some girl did die from Panera Bread energy drink lemonade. Their parents did sue them. So Panera Bread, you have to get those energy lemonade off from your menu, or you have to close your location. It's just very dangerous. We need calm. New Caledonia prepares France for elections as tensions simmer. They really do need calm. I don't know why the Nouvelle Calédonie went completely berserk. So don't worry. I hope things calm down. It's on The Guardian. Why dopamine drives you to do hard things even without reward. Nat Geo. This is a great article from National Geographic. Next article: What to know about France's high-stakes election, where the far right is gaining ground. The far right is really dangerous in France because the Rassemblement National is working in conjunction with l'ultra droite, and they're working with the MAGA cult in America. They're working very hard to keep people stupid and not vote. People didn't vote in the European election, and then 47% of people didn't vote in the election legislative. Over 67% of people voted, and I was basically held hostage here, and I could not vote. I was being poisoned, and I didn't even get the program in the mail. I didn't even get the program with the little commercials that show Nouveau Front Populaire and the other candidates. Obviously, I was not going to vote for any of the other ones, but I wanted to carry the poster. That was an article on NPR. Next article: total system breakdown. California firefighters with PTSD face a workers' comp nightmare. Big trouble for Palestinians. For the firefighters, Capricorn News new article. They have a workers' comp nightmare right now. Big shout out to firefighters. I'm sorry I don't have the influx of cash or of money, but if you work at a church, mosque, synagogue, or Buddhist temple, please, or even a Sikh temple if you're there, please get a bunch of donuts and send them to their way. I don't know if firefighters, that's what they eat in the morning. I prefer a croissant and coffee, but whatever the hell that they eat for breakfast, get them that. If they want some Denny's gift card to eat a Grand Slam, just give them that. They're going to have a very tough more months. We're very scared, especially because this week is going to be over 110 degrees. So please help them out with their stress levels. So big shout out to Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. Just go ahead and please do whatever is in your power. Give everything that everything that the firefighters need to eat for their meals and for help support to do their job. Next article, la justice internationale dans le chaudron de Gaza, le monde diplomatique. Yeah, everybody, all the Quai d'Orsay is ICJ, ICC. They're all trying to put Netanyahu in prison for life or Netanyahu in death penalty for what he has done. He's really it's to that point. He's really destroyed. It was so bad. Next article, yes, Biden flopped, but let's not overreact by foreign policy. Foreign policy wrote an article said Biden did a terrible job at the debate. Hopefully he'll do better next time. There's a good chance that Biden was poisoned before the debate. He was basically frozen like the movie Get Out, and I'm afraid that someone basically threatened his wife, Dr. Jill Biden, or his son, Hunter Biden, because of what happened in court to the poor guy, even though what he has done is nowhere near as bad as all those mega cults who basically killed police officer on January 6th and should go to jail for life for what they have done, because some of those police officers killed themselves by suicide. So I want to politely say those people that are in a mega cult on January 16th, they will have harsh sentences for what they have done. A lot of those security officers and police officers on January 6th had nightmares of that day, and it was a serious matter. Next article, Africa needs more American development, not less. Foreign affairs, Americans definitely need to help out Africa a little bit more. Don't worry, the Secretary of Defense, Austin, was there and discussed with the African leaders, and so did General C.Q. Brown of the United States Air Force. They've both been in conversation in Africa to alleviate some of the concerns that they had about not enough American involvement. Afghans hope on writing on the Doha conference. A lot of Afghans. That's from the Diplomat. Previous article from Foreign Affairs. This article is really important because a lot of people are worried about the future of France and the future of Afghanistan, and it's very important to help them out. The Doha conference will be very important. "20 more years, no more water. Imagine what can happen in 20 more years." Very important. Next article, what is this shape so terrible to pack Quanta magazine? It's a great article about mathematics. Be sure to check that out. It's on Quantum magazine. Next article, du tennis quantique, la semaine. Présent l'exposition Quantum World au Portail de la Science. Vous trouvez ici parmi nombreuses activités interactives ce jeu amusant où les joueurs utilisent des raquettes pour jouer au tennis. CERN, France. That's CERN in French. So be sure to check that out. Very important. Article. The Higgs boson, all this and that, and very cool stuff. Be sure to check all that out. Very cool. Next article, is Earth getting hotter? Yes, let's talk about it. NASA Chief Scientist and Senior Climate Advisor Kate Calvin and our experts are discussing the far-reaching impacts of soaring temperature of our own planet. Set questions using Ask NASA, article by NASA. All right, very important article from NASA. Be sure to check that out. Next thing, I got a photo from a big announcement of Full Metal Panic Family. Full Metal Panic Family is obviously my favorite series. Full Metal Panic, as you know, there was 4 collector's edition, and then there was a special edition of short stories. And this is there's a new short story that's coming out in July, but this is continuation. This is after 25 years that they're doing a sequel, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy because Sagala Sosuke was so pissed off during this series. He was so pissed off, and for those of you who know the story, you know why he was so pissed off. For those of you who don't know the story, you don't know. Right now, he's featuring on this photo with his daughter and that's a very cool picture. Well, I guess her daughter's going to be secret agent as well into the future. But in the past, um, Sagara Sosuke was ordered to protect a woman, and unfortunately, eventually was given the order to stop protecting her and just leave. We say that to leave, he had to leave town, and he was pissed. When he received the order, he literally punched his computer in the face. Like he looked at the computer and he punched it. That's how upset he was. So for you guys who don't know about the story of Full Metal Panic, it's about Sayara Sosuke and Mi3 who have a crazy organization in the future that have technology 10 years into the future, all amazing stuff. And they do things like the Lambda driver and black technology, and they use these AS, which are, they call them armed slaves, kind of a weird name, but these big robots from the world of Gundam, what they have in Full Metal Panic. And they have amazing technology. That Lambda driver, black technology, all that stuff is amazing, and we can't wait to see the next season. As you know, it was Full Metal Panic Season 2, Second Raid, Full Metal Panic Fumofu, and then Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory. And then there was the game Full Metal Panic Who Dares Wins. And those cutscenes have not been included into an anime yet. We need to see them in the cutscenes on Crunchyroll. Please make that happen. So, as you can see, I make this post, and I said that over 1,200 blog posts, lots of words, 2 million of them, hundreds of YouTube videos, tens of thousands of hours of music therapy. I do so much work right here, and I haven't got paid. The least I can do, tell me when Full Metal Panic Family comes out in English. Can't wait to read this. I've been waiting for 25 years for the sequel. Thank creator staff of manga anime. I can't wait for the anime format as well. And thank you for the audiobook as well. Make sure to listen to them. Volume 3 and 4 on Audible. If you're on Audible, Full Metal Panic is available on Audible in English. Listen to it. Is amazing. It would be fun to listen to it in Japanese, but we would need the text and subtitles in English. All right. I think that's it for all the articles today for yesterday, which was June 29th, 2024. There was yesterday. I'm using the Opera GX browser with the Cyberpunk 2077 skin. So be sure to check that out. You can get it for your Windows machine. And I plugged in the Xbox controller just to say hi. Don't worry, guys. I haven't forgot about you, Microsoft and Xbox. I gotta find a way to log back into my Xbox account. I would love to own an Xbox myself, but the Xbox is gonna have to wait. I got a bill over there, and I have to pay for it first. So the Xbox is gonna have to wait. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoy this. Right now, I'm still live streaming and DJing worldwide, and I'm gonna keep doing these sessions from time to time. And I hope that you enjoyed my live streaming session in French, and I'm going to continue doing it in French and then English subtitles. And I'm also going to keep doing my live stream in Japanese. It's really fun in Japanese. Don't worry, I will do my best to tell CD Projekt Red to include the Japanese audio to USA PlayStation, so you guys can also enjoy it and play the game with the Japanese audio and English subtitles. It's amazing. I had so much fun. I'm going to keep live streaming. All right, guys. Like I said, I use a MacBook Pro to record this with QuickTime. I don't have a Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro costs $300. If I buy Final Cut Pro anytime soon, I'm going to get yelled by my wife. But I will try to get it eventually. Everything I do is thanks to what I have on my MacBook Pro. My MacBook Pro is mine. I paid for it. It's finally paid for. I'm really happy. But I want to thank my wife and my dad for having me pay for it. And please understand that a lot of time actions means louder than words, because right now I know someone who is close to me, distant relatives, who knows I've been struggling. I've been working hard, working for 25 years, 12 years corporate, 7 years retail, university degree, 2 certificates, and he knows that I've been trying. Ever since I graduated college, all I wanted to do is buy a car. I wanted to buy a new car. And I know that for him, all he could do is just walk into a dealership and just like that buy it, and he doesn't. In fact, he doesn't even give me a Apple gift card. Well, guess what? A lot of people ask me, "What do you like your wife so much? Why don't you give her? You never talk about giving any compliments." Do you know how cool I look right now? You see my avatar? Look at my avatar. It looks like Cyberpunk 2077. Look at my wife, and then look at the main character in Horizon Zero Dawn. Look at my wife. Look at the main character in Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the next trilogy of games I have to live stream later. She looks just like her. It's amazing. My wife is beautiful, and a lot of people ask me why I like her so much. Well, as you know, I love Germany. I love German cars. I love Nürburgring. But she looks like a German waitress at Oktoberfest. Isn't that funny? That's why I love her. She's very beautiful. And she invested in me. She invested time in me, so now I invested time in her. You know, a lot of women think that they can just swoop in and just grab a man. You know, a man is not someone that you just, you don't just go to the store and just buy a man. You have to grab him, you have to mold him, you have to invest in him, and then you can enjoy him. You can't just walk in a store and be like, I want a man. I'm really upset right now at the amount of attention I'm getting for Cyberpunk 27 and everything that I'm doing, because I've been working my ass off for years. And I don't know what else to say, but this is not magic, okay? This ring doesn't have any superpowers. Just because I put this ring on doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's amazing. He's attractive. So when I didn't have this on, I was not attractive. I was sitting in a coffee shop by myself for years. Nobody bothered to come across to me and say hi. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's not a magic trick. Anyway, as always, guys, please understand that never underestimate who you can potentially like, because someday you will see how amazing they are. Kevin Rose was a dork in high school. Kevin Rose now, the Dignation, Hodiki, investments in his Oak meditation app. As soon as Dr. Daria Rose saw Kevin Rose, she knew he was a good guy and she grabbed him. You see that? So just like that, many years ago, I was just some unknown person. My wife looked at me and said, I think this is a really good person. There you go. I've been working very hard, and I have to thank people for that. So who am I going to thank? I'm going to thank my wife. And obviously I'm going to thank my parents as well. But please understand that if you don't know what music therapy means, you don't know what mental health is, you don't know what emotional support, music therapy, all that, trauma awareness, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. If you don't know anything about that, you just don't know. You just don't know. It's you really need to understand what a person goes through. You just don't know. And just if you know the parcours of what I've accomplished, what I've done, just talk to my wife and say, what happened to him? Like, what happened to Zachy? Well, first of all, Zachy had over 100 some stitches before the age of 12. Zachy had a tough childhood. He was a loner. He was being, abused, bullied, all this and that. In college, by college, I only had like 3 girlfriends. Like, you don't know the parcours of those things I've accomplished. I've really accomplished a lot. And I've, from humble beginnings, all this and that. On the facade, maybe it looked like I was having fun in college. But right now, without my free pass, without my guest list, suddenly no one's inviting. Suddenly I have to pay full price to get in. Imagine that. Imagine how many people I help get filthy rich and get millionaires, and none of them are helping me to buy a car right now. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's like a, it's a, it's like a, it's really sad when, it's almost like you're all friends and you're all together, but once you jump on, it's literally jumping on a war zone in Call of Duty where it's every man for himself until the last man standing. And it's really sad. It's really sad. So hopefully there'll be more teamwork, more working together, and especially after all the work that I've put in, which inspired Cyberpunk 2077 and the Phantom Liberty DLC and the sequel, Cyberpunk 2077 2, Cyberpunk 2077 3, Cyberpunk 2077 the prequel, Cyberpunk 2077 the metaverse. Once all those are implemented, hopefully you can finally realize how much work I'm putting in. And let's just cut through the bullshit, If I have to work 25 years and I can't even afford a car, but people are getting my dream car for their Sweet 16, this is really upsetting over here. I don't have to put it into layman's terms, okay? A lot of people in COVID were like, why did all these jobs get canceled? Why did all these jobs get canceled? Well, because the people like us who have, pimples and stuff work, and all those girls or ladies on the top floor, when the building shuts down, what do you think they were doing on the top floor? I asked them. I didn't tell Corp. What were those ladies doing on the top floor? Who looked like models. You know full well they don't know anything about computers. Okay? It's hard when you try to call for tech support and none of them know what to do in their presentation when the person who's writing the presentation is right here, writing it right now. Are you waiting for a report? Which report? This report? Ah, imagine that. All right, guys. Anyway, we have to think about what we go through. As you know, people are always dealing with a lot of emotional trauma and all this and that. So let's get to work. I'm watching a little bit of Netflix. I'm now watching. I'm going to play some PlayStation 5, some more live stream. We have the unboxing of the Lenovo Legion mouse, and like I said, guys, there's a lot to do. And for you guys who love Great Teacher Onizuka, who are basically abused by mean girls or girls who made your lives miserable, women who made your lives miserable, don't worry, I will make school fun for you. I talked about Baker Radio. You can listen to it while you do your studies. And like I said, just like I said before, do your homework, do your studies. Eventually, you can buy the PS5 and you can play Cyberpunk. You can do it. I believe in you. Make that happen. Do your homework, go to the next grade. Do your homework, get you graduate. When you graduate, the nice thing about graduating from college or university, you no longer hear any complaints from your parents. Your parents will no longer be mad at you if you got your college education or your college degree. Sure, next you'll have to work and all this and that, but you get your college education, you know what you get to do and say to everybody? You can say, are you asking me to do your homework? I've already done my homework. That's what you get to say. It's the summer, you did all your homework, relax, enjoy your games, enjoy what you need to do. You haven't done your homework, you're in trouble. But you did your homework, you're good to go. That's why the summer can be so fun when you're still in school or you're doing whatever it is that you do. Please understand, during the school year, if you're in school, if you're in high school, if you're in whatever grade in college you might be more lenient, but if you're in high school, don't play your Fortnite in the middle of the week on a Wednesday. Wait till the weekend. Grab all the controllers and the systems, the consoles, hide them, put them for the weekends, play the weekend. During the weekdays, do all your homework. You do that, the weekend will be more fun, and then when you graduate, you'll be more excited. You'll be able to accomplish more. You will remember things like doing your goddamn FAFSA that you already forgot to do. That's the reason why you don't get your your loan applications, your grant applications, so that you can apply to college. I'm sorry, but I don't have to. I don't have to quote Michelle Obama so that you remember to fill your FAFSA. You have to fill your FAFSA. You should know these things. You know how hard being president is. You ask Obama, ask Barack. It was very hard to be president. I'm not asking you to be as grandiose as I am being president. That's a lot of work. It's way over here. Right now, you're just a high school student, you're a college student. Put some earbuds, listen to my podcast. You want to have fun, listen to cool music, listen to Lag Radio. You want to study, listen to Big Kid Radio. You want to listen to some rock and roll, listen to Mew Radio. You want to listen to some rap, Omega Radio. You want to listen to, progressive house, Lambda and Quantum Radio. You want to listen to drum and bass, GT Radio. I have podcasts which I even have a country music podcast. Now something's wrong with the country music podcast. I can't seem to go higher than 50. I got to figure out what's wrong with it. Anyway, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. On Twitter, I am Zacky. My account is suspended, so we have to fix it. Right now it's Super French Big Z. I am Zacky on Blue Sky. I am Zacky on Instagram. And just go ahead and check out my link tree. My link tree is I am Zacky1. I am Zacky1. I am ZAKI1. And I posted my QR code for my ETH on my Instagram. That's the real link. That's the real link. Don't trust any other link. This is the real link. Like I said, I still haven't got many donations. I'm just trying to buy my first new car. My dream car is an Audi RS or a BMW M. The RS6 Avant is my dream car. Or the RS7 is very expensive. The RS5, there's a used one at Fremont. I would love to own it. It's like $60,000. I was asking for $65,000. The car $60,000. I can, if I buy it, it would be mine. I'm so excited. I wish I had the money to do it. We're going over an hour here, so I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be a long upload. It's going to take forever to upload, so let's go ahead and do that right now. And thank you guys for listening. Like I said, live DJing right now. You guys are listening to me around the world. And let's go ahead and play some PlayStation. Because I'm live streaming, I may have to just I don't know if I can live stream while I upload, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Let's like it over here. Give me a like. Let's like it over here. And we have some fireworks over here. And let's go ahead and talk to you guys later. And a big shout out to Lenovo Legion. A lot of this laptop, there's a lot to accomplish with it. A lot to do. It's going to take some time. Don't worry. Quantum computing, exciting work. You can do some amazing things. And obviously we'll play on Steam with the mouse. Now I have the mouse. We'll go ahead and play some Steam on Lenovo Legion. Everything's on the website, zack.coffee, ZACK.CFFE. Talk to you guys later, guys. Please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until next time.